Hi everyone, Paul from Equipped here. I want to talk to you for a second or two about installing the lid material from the RuumX divider system made by AluBox. It's pretty straightforward, but there's a couple tips that I'd like to throw out there. In each one of the systems that you can purchase, we've got an 1/8 inch piece of foam with the self-adhesive on the back of it, and the goal for that is to be put here in the lid. An option as an accessory, if you have items in there that you want to hold a little bit more snug, you can buy the egg crate foam as an alternative. It's an accessory and it's the same size as that 1/8 inch foam, but gives you a lot more padding, about 1 inch of padding there. For this application, we're going to put the 1/8 inch foam in place. I like this foam in place here, one, because if things do bounce, they come up and hit this, but also for sound deadening and dampening inside the case. Well, how do you put that all on there? Okay, so what I suggest you do is first take the 3M pad, cleaning pad that they give you, and take that and go in here and it's clean this off. And what that's going to do is it's going to take all the solvents and all of the impurities and things off of here and make a nice clean surface for you to adhere this pad to it. Next, what we want to do is measure the pad itself. This pad is about 11 3/16 of an inch, 11 1/4 inches, I think is what we're going to call it. Okay, so now what we want to do is measure the interior of the lid here. Our lid is roughly 14 3/4. So we've got 3 inches of extra space, 1.5 inch perimeter around the whole area. So once we've cleaned that area, what we want to do is come back in here and just make a quick pencil mark in 4 locations. 2 at the back of the lid, 2 at the front of the lid, at that 1.5 inch mark. Now what this is going to do is it's going to center that piece of foam in here to the left and right, and then what we're going to do is do the same thing the other direction. So we have here 19.5. The inside of the lid is at 22, so that's 2.5 inches. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come in 1.25 inches at the front and back here. Mark here, mark here, and the same down here. Now, once we get these marks in place, now we have a pretty good idea of where this is supposed to be when we center it up. Okay? So now all of our markings are in place. Now what we do is we take that piece of foam, we come in here and find our marks. There's a mark there, slide a mark over here, get the mark here. Okay, so now we know by holding that in place, that is where this needs to be. Okay? So once you do that, fold this back, hold those places in place, peel some of this back, maybe 6 inches or so, then lay it back down with the backing folded underneath here, lay it back down, hold it in place, raise up the other side, remove the backing, and slowly lay this down in place, and that will secure it in place and make sure that it is square for you. I hope that gave you an idea of how I would do it. If you have other suggestions or would like to talk about this, please let us know and we'll be happy to chat. This is Paul with Equipped. Thanks for watching.